Hi, it's Motorhome Matt here. Are you confused by tracker pricing? It can seem like a can of worms. Well, in this video, we are going to make it really simple for you. I'm delighted to be joined by Guy from GBSBob, one of the UK's leading tracker companies and specialists in the motorhome and caravan niche. We've just recorded a whole podcast together on Thatcham and the different types of tracker. So go and check that out on the YouTube channel or your favourite podcast platform. So, Guy, let's go through these together. Help me out. You've got the pricing. If you need a tracker for your motorhome or caravan because your insurance company has told you you need a Thatcham tracker, this is the magic box that you need to fit. This is a Thatcham-approved S7 or S5 tracker. Head to the podcast to find out more about that. Tell me, how much does this cost?
Yeah, so an S7 start $299. That includes your first year of subscription and also installation. So it's quite cheap. If you don't want to do it up front, you can get it $189 and then pay $899 a month from there. Right.
So just to recap, $299 for the hardware, including 1 year's subscription, so all the monitoring, Thatcham approved, and installation. So at your dealership or at your house, or you can buy it for $189.
$189, yeah.
And that includes installation.
That is installation, yeah, and then just $899 a month.
$899 a month. Minimum 12 months.
We say basically if you do it for 12 months and then you decide, because sometimes your insurance company may decide you don't need a Thatcham tracker after the first year, but if you've bought it through us and had 1 year subscription, what we'll do is we'll give you the further 4 years free tracking on our home model.
Right, okay. We're going to come to home.
Not to confuse anybody anymore.
No, we'll come back to that in a minute. So this is the unit you need for a Thatcham approved tracker. This can be S7 or it can be upgraded to S5 by adding this little fob. How much is the fob?
Yeah, so basically it comes as a package. So we've got them at $479, and again, that is fitting and your first year included. Again, if you don't want to do it all in one, you can buy the unit fitted for $369, and then again, it's $899 a month.
Right, so the subscription is the same price?
Same price. Yeah, it doesn't change, yeah.
So to go S5, which is the higher level of Thatcham protection, those are the prices. Tell us again.
Yeah, so you've got $479 if you want to do 1 year up front.
Fitted.
1
year subscription included.
Yeah. $369 if you want to pay monthly.
Okay, so you can spread the cost over a year and it's still $899 a month. And then with this, you can go S5 Plus, which means you have to have the fob on you when you start the vehicle or it will not start.
Yeah.
The cost of that?
Yeah, so again, goes up a little bit. So it's $579 for that. That includes installation with your starter cut. So as you say, without the tag, it's not going to start. Or $469 fitted, and then again, $899 a month.
So $579 or $469.
Yeah.
And $899 a month. Right, okay. Replay this to hear all that again. I think we've got it sussed. Okay, now my insurance company have not said I need a tracker. I'm just choosing to have one. Or they've said you need to have a tracker, but it doesn't need Thatcham approved. Forget this unit. You don't need this unit, okay? With all these wires on and all this functionality, you would buy this unit, known in the trade as a 2-wire tracker. How much is this?
Yeah, so the 2G version is $159.99, and the 4G is $219.99.
Okay, so you'd probably buy 4G because it works everywhere, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. So if you're travelling Europe, you'd probably want to do that there.
So $219.99.
Yeah.
And no subscription?
That's 5 years. 5 year subscription on our home plan.
And after 5 years, you pay GBSBob another £60.
Yeah, and that's just basically to give the SIM card more data.
And it will work for another 5 years.
Another 5 years, yeah.
That's cheap. Okay, you mentioned home plan and professional plan. We're going to come back to that in a minute. So bear with us, okay, on that, because that's important. Right, next up, we've got this asset protection unit, which you could fit in conjunction to either of these two. So a tracker can be scanned and it could be found and removed, but if you had this hidden in your caravan or in your motorhome, it has 3 AA batteries or 3 AAA batteries.
3 AAA batteries, yeah.
And how much is one of these?
Yeah, so it's $249.
So it's $249, one-off payment, no subscription.
Same deal, 5 years.
5 years tracking. It reports in 4 times a day. You can monitor this in an app.
Yeah, so use our app on there, so you can monitor that. It checks in 4 times a day, and then on movement, it'll be every 30 seconds.
Right, so if your caravan's taken and it moves, is being monitored all the time. How do you manage that not alerting when you're moving your own caravan?
So with that, because it is just on your app, you'd be looking at that. So because it's not Thatcham, you're not going to get those alerts in the same way.
So you can turn the movement alerts off.
So that is on a professional plan, which we can come on to that if you want.
Okay, right, okay. This one, now I think these are great. These are personal trackers. So if your partner's gone for a hike or a long walk and you want to know they're safe, in the news recently, dear Michael Mosley passed away, was killed on a walk, fell over, and nobody could find him for days. Had he had one of these in his backpack, we'd have found him in seconds. So tell us, how much is one of these?
Yeah, so 219.99 there.
So one-off cost, 5 years tracking.
5 years tracking. Yeah.
£60, you get another 5 years.
Yeah.
Now, I've got one of these and they're brilliant. If there's a problem, you press the button and that will alert everyone that's monitoring this tracker that you've got a problem. They last, battery life's about 8 to 10 days.
It is, yeah.
USB rechargeable, pop it in your backpack, worry not. Okay, let's talk about the professional plan. Now, the professional plan is available on all of these. They come with a home plan. What's the benefit of professional plan?
Yeah, so your home plan is you've got 30 days tracking on
history.
There, history tracking.
So you can go into the diary and see where you've been.
You can,
which is a motorhome or caravan is brilliant because you can look at your routes. But professional is 12 months?
Yeah, 12 months tracking on there. What it also allows you to have is geofencing. So if you don't know what that is, you can, on the map, you can draw out an area around your home or where your caravan motorhome is stored. And if it leaves that area, you'll get a push notification to your phone.
Yes, so if it passes through that radius, you get an alert that it's moved.
Yeah, and you'll also get motion alerts as well. So if it just moves, you'll get an alert there.
And the cost of professional plan?
£30 a year.
Okay, that's an annual cost of 30 quid.
Yeah.
Right, so home plan is no cost.
Yeah, that's just included in there, yeah.
You get 30 days history, no geofencing, £30 a year, you get 12 months history, and you can add geofences, as many as you want?
You can, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that simplifies it. Watch it back again if it hasn't. And if you're still confused, then you can get in touch with me or you can get in touch with GBSBob. There are loads more pieces of hardware in the GBSBob range, has to be said. But these are the ones I think you should consider. The Thatcham unit, the non-Thatcham unit, just a tracker, the asset tracker, which is hidden, and this personal tracker, which I think is something to consider if you're a big hiker and you like going off on your own. Guy, thanks very much.
No, thank you. Yeah, brilliant.
Really appreciate you being here to help.